what's going on, guys? Mad Hatter here, representing for the Dangerously Active League, and today's topic is pretty much was a question via Facebook where somebody asks, anyone know any tips on getting skill points? And he left his PSN, but I'm not gonna share his PSN. We're gonna have this topic here today. Pretty much someone that's been here for a while, and if I can think far back on how I acquired my skill points, or better yet, how did I start out getting my skill points? Okay, I think that's pretty much how we start from the beginning from there. Me personally, for the low levels, and I get it for the most of guys, hey Mad Hatter, getting skill points easy. But we all have to think back now. When we first started, it wasn't that easy, it wasn't that simple, we didn't know anything, and we had a friend, fellow player, league mate, stranger, pretty much explained things for us and gave their information on how to get skill points a little bit faster, how to get stuff easier. So we're gonna break it down right here. Okay. Now we already know when you first start out, you're playing the game, you don't know, but when you're playing the game as you're working up to level 30. And right now with DC Universe, you got like the skip CRs and everything else. That's pretty much feats from itself. So you automatically got I think it's like over 99 or plus skill points if you do the skip. But if you want to work yourself down, so we're gonna do it like this. All right. In your deeds list, this is where you start off from. In your deeds list, you got your feats. This is everything down here, but we're gonna go from the easiest. Number one, if you already leveled up, you got some feats from there. Get your skill points. So what is skill points? Every time you acquire some feats and it equals up to 100, that's automatically one skill point. Okay, so you have the 1 star, your 2 star, and your 3 star. Thanks to DC Universe, there's a random few that's automatically considered as a full skill point. So you got your summaries here. In legendary, if anybody don't know what legendary is, and you're on duty tab, this is pretty much it rotates every so often. So right now you got the Bloodhaven, Area 51. So these two rotate every so often, so keep these in mind. So let's say, for example, Bloodhaven, Area 51 is pretty easy, it's pretty common, but people ran it so much. Shout out to LFG, if you got some friends doesn't mind running it with you. Go back to your D's list, go to feats, looking at LFG, there you go, Area 51, Bloodhaven. You kind of scroll down and they have a list here for you. Again, these are the most common ones because it start out is pretty easy. There's a speed feat, there's a team up feats where you can be one player and the other person could be the other iconic player if you have the enough marks for it, or somewhere in the level of the game it would give it for you, so you can match up, and that's a 2 star. Same thing here, get enough of the 2 stars, you complete it. Those are easy feats. Same thing, Bloodhaven, personal speed feat, have a timer on it, team up feats, little stuff like that, and so on with the Legends PvE. Okay, just run them down, make your list. It's pretty much how I do it when I first started out, and I still do it. Now as far as tips and tricks, there's no tips and tricks to getting skill points. Okay, the only tip and trick that I and anybody else can tell you, the fact that DC Universe been around so long, every time they have new content that comes out, that is your bread and butter to just jump right on it right then and there. That's the only way you're going to get the feats as fast as you want to, because everybody is jumping back on that. Okay, so let's just say, for example, I am doing a long grind of, where is it? Let's say I'm just doing a simple grind, I have nothing to do, I'm running around collecting and gathering, doing a gathering feat. Those are real easy too. You can get 10, 250, 100, so on, and the higher I get, the more time I'm using. So let's just say, for example, I got maybe 10-20 minutes out my day, nothing real game plan wise as far as alerts and raids, and I'm just working on this. Okay, and the new content comes out like right now. The Halloween event is coming out. We're still in, I think, believe like a little bit over the first month of the new DLC. And while we're grinding out, the new DLC is out. Everybody's on that. When the Halloween event comes, jump on that. Okay. You can randomly queue for it. It's not the big deal. There's check your deeds list again for the Halloween event. And how you do that? Scroll down. You got seasonals. Those are what they're called. Check your Halloween event, like right here. I've been saving up from last year for this one. I had a strategy and a plan for it. But you have some little real easy ones here. Like one is a 7-minute. Ones you collect a few styles. Some styles here you collect, and so on and so on and so on. So I would definitely jump on these every time, every day, every reset. Log in, jump on it. After I'm done, then I go right back into my dailies, my solos for this current event, for this current DLC, and then back out, and then go back to my little cliff notes. Okay, well, what is else out there? You got your duos. These are very simple feats that right now I'm trying to give you the basics of the easiest of the tips and tricks that people claim that's tips and tricks, when it's not tips and tricks. The main goal with getting your skill points is prioritizing. Same way you do real life is the same way you do here in DC Universe. You prioritize. So if you're looking down the list, like right now, again, the Halloween event is an example. Prioritizing. Well, I know last year I got too close to certain marks, like say 100 marks to get the certain style because of 3-star feat. Okay, let me just go ahead and just save up on those, because next year I know I'm not going to get it for the previous year, but let me save up for the next year. Okay, so once this current year come up, I'm grinding out for this one. Now let's say, for example, you have 2 tunes or 3 tunes. Most people run 12 tunes. That's a little bit too much for me, but I have 3. So I will literally run 3 of my tunes in the event, get as much marks as I can. One tune will get a style that give me a feat. The next tune will give me another style or another furniture or base item. The third tune will give me the same thing, another item or such, and I'll bring them all to one tune toward the feat. Get that, make that achievement of that feat, and I have that feat. If that makes sense. So you're using all 3 of your tunes to gain for one. Now once that one tune gains that feat, on the second and third, if you have the marks and such, you can actually pop that first feat you had for the original tune. Okay? Now let's back up a step. Back to prioritizing. So again, let's say for example, you have the legendaries that we spoke about. You have your bases. Very easy. Base items. Little stuff right here you can buy out the broker if you have the money. If not, you can run all the low level content. The T1s, the T2s, was the solos, the dailies. Those are very easy. If you have nothing, not saying you don't have nothing better to do, but there's a lot of the high tier players out here, most of the veterans. If you shout at LFG or you just randomly shout and say, hey, I need a player to help me run all the tier 1 duos, alerts, and the raids, they will be happy to jump in there with you. It'll take them 5 minutes versus your time. If you do it shouting, screaming, or you're on Facebook waiting 30 minutes, you could easily rant the whole T1, the tier 1 the duos, the alert and the raids in that time, probably twice over. Okay, that's one tip right there. Then you go down to generals. Most of these is already going to be handed to you. You have to check your list. Breaking barrels, these are very easy. You can do this when you're running some of the solo missions or the duo missions, the low tier ones, or if you shout for 2 3s or whatever, and then you see a barrel or breakout, like for example, a breakout feat. All that is when a tune or somebody PvPing you or something like that, you break out. Those are really instant feats that you would never pay attention to because it's instantly right there. You don't have to watch it. It would come. Artifacts is pretty much handed down to you with the stuff that you get. You got Nth medals for that. Just collecting Nth medals. Every time you fight tunes and ads, you're going to get them. You got 10, 100, 20. You don't worry about it. You're still going to keep collecting them. So you are fine. Okay? Collections. You can farm around Gotham, or you can go into your the tier 1, T2s, T3s, collections and investigations in every room. Those are automatically easy. These are low level easy feats. Okay? These are the easy feats that will gain you almost up to 250 to 300 skill points. After that, you we're right back prioritizing the stuff that you need for your tune for skill points. There's another one, tokens of the merits. You go, if anybody is not aware of where to go, I will show you that tokens of the merit. You can go down to the war room in the watchtower. We'll queue up for that one. Do 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 do. All right, we're gonna head there right now. It's at the bottom of the central hub. And there's something a league mate first did for me when I started out. He gave me I think like 5 million. And is it here? It's one of these two. Okay. There you go, right here. These are all your what they mean by the merits. You get these, you pop them. Those are feats. Okay, all these bad boys are feats. But now it's saved up to the point where it convert over for us, since we're grandfather in, but they changed it where it's now if we pop these, don't use a valid, that's for PvP. Scrolling back up, scrolling back up, scrolling back up, scrolling back up, scrolling back up. These are marks that we don't need anymore, so we pretty much convert them over to these. But once it's converted over, it's pretty much added toward whatever. I know it's another name for I'm Saber now, but it's added to a currency for our league bases. Okay, but this right here, this is your marks right here. So you have all these, save them, you pop them, you're good. These are towards feats. Now another easy ones, because I was just going down a list, is your style feats. All these right here are feats. I remember activating that. I think there's some over here too. Look at the price, very cheap. Very cheap. So you pretty much have this right here, feats. Over here, feats. Let's check over here. Yep, there you go. Now we're gonna go to another part of the watchtower. Since we're mentioning about styles, so we're just gonna go ahead and give a quick show for a few. Alright, the next example right here, I believe this is T2. You get all the styles from here. The hands, shoulders, legs, waist, head, chest, feet. That is a feat. Okay? That is one feat. You're scrolling down, maybe something I missed, you never know. That's how you double check yourself. So you have one for DPS, one for trolls, no weapons. And it's pretty much all over here. Double check yourself. Look in all the rooms. Same thing here with steel.
Only a 10-ton hero can handle this baby.
Those are our feats. So pretty much everywhere in each room section of the watchtower, you check your the iconics, there are feats in there. Now we're gonna go into one part of the area where you in the respect station. You don't use a respect station, but over here, one of these vendors, because it shows nothing for me, but if something that you need and you have the cash, you can purchase it, and those are for your feat styles. Okay, so again, it's not going to show nothing for me because I pretty much have it. I don't need it. But if something you missed or you need, it's going to be in one of these two right here. Okay, now another style. We're going to, where is it? Okay, now in Gotham and Metropolis, each PD in Gotham and Metropolis, go to the vendors in there, and there's styles in there. You know, again, same thing, examples here. Your head, your chest, your feet, your legs. You collect one of each items. Those are 2 to 3 star feats right there. Okay, those are quick, easy feats. If we're talking about tips and tricks when you're just starting out, those are very quick tips and easy tricks. And before I forget one, a lot of people don't really pay attention to that because when they adding tunes or they just starting the game maybe 2-3 years ago, not here. Not here. It's one of these two. There's plans that's feats for here too. If you collect the plans, those are real easy feats. Just collecting them. Okay. And there's another feat. If you check your D's, if you make a cola for each item, like one might be for, it's like a set. One might be for resto. One might be for mic cola, precision, bulldozer, for your health. You actually craft, get the mates, get the plan first, get the mate that's over here, go to the R&D, check the plan out, because again, check your D's first to see what you actually need to craft, and once you craft one of each, that's another feat. So now we're going to mosey down here, and I get it, everybody don't know. So we're going to make sure we do know. No feats there. Cool. There's a feat over here. See right here? There's another style. Not the utility belt. It's always your chest, your legs, your head, your shoulders, your feet, your waist. That one little set. And that's it. This right here is a feat. The renown. Because this was before renown was even renown, where people have to go in elite and farm for a renown. You get that, that's a feat. You grab that, that's a feat. The Gotham Police Department works with Wayne Tech. One of these three right here is a feat. Okay? Now I'm just going to take this little teleporter and teleport to Gotham. People used to use that for PvP back in PvP phase against villains. This was like our little teleporter out. That was our little quick get out of jail free card, or quick didn't want to get our ass beat jail card. So on. Let's go ahead. Went the wrong way. Okay. The vendors here has styles. Each vendor in the each vendor in Gotham and Metropolis. Get you some cash. That's the mission. I apologize. See right here? Style. That's a feat. I've secured a shipment of the best equipment for all our security. Right here. Style. Make sure you double check, because you might get like a one set of everything. You might get one set of DPS, one set of whatever your actual role is, whether it's a healer, tank, and so have you. So You make sure just get one set: chest, legs, head, hands, waist, feet. You're done. Then go over here, check here again. You can tell the name of it because it says Nightwear Street Jacket. You're done. This is in every PV. This is in every PD in Gotham and Metropolis. Then we're gonna check down here.
Will any of this help?
This is all for the crafting. This is all for crafting, so you're fine. Alright, so let's just check out what we have next on the deeds list. Again, I'm only showing you the easiest way, but this will give you a real good example of what you need to do. Because I hear this question a lot, and it's not the point, not to say, oh, you're stupid, you're dumb, you don't know. DC Universe haven't gave like a real direction of how to really play the game. It's pretty much they was more focusing on us as players and individuals to help each other out, and sadly we're doing a piss poor job of it. So, and I see it a lot either on the Facebook group, because it's kind of sad that somebody posts on Facebook and Facebook really people on Facebook is not really going to reply fast enough, and the answer they give is kind of like one-sided, not really detailed about it. So I'm gonna do this, post it, thumbnail it, and send it over there. That's pretty much what it's there for them. But anybody else that's welcome, or if you have a league mate, don't know, or you're a veteran and you don't really have the time to give them everything, and you want to give them like a straight answer, like, hey, go check these lists, something like that, send them this way. I'll break it all down for them and take it from there. But again, it comes back down to prioritizing everything you have. If you're low level, work your way down, take notes. And if you're just coming in a year or two and you haven't played all the T5 alerts and T5 duos, or the solo PvP legends like we had back in the day, because a lot of us been here 8, 9, 10, 11, going on 12 years, then we've been there, done that. You know, unless there's another one that just run there for shits and giggles, or if another league mate, and we prioritize our time so much to the point where we feel like we don't have enough time for anybody else, and it kind of pushing the people that don't know on the back burner. And then when the little bit they do know, they come in with a lot of ignorance, and it's not a bad thing. They just don't know. So we need to get them. Really need to get them right. And I'm not laughing at them. I'm laughing at us, because we set that high bar, and we don't realize when we step back. This is how we was too. We didn't know no better. So we went to bases. Again, check your generals, renowns, your survival. Exploration is a really easy one. It's all in the PDs with booster goal. You go explore certain places, or booster goal will send you to certain places. Your low level alerts, your low level missions, very easy. The low level raids, very easy. Somebody can just run you through that. Same thing, Metropolis, the explorations. You're pretty much just going everywhere all over again. Little Bohemia, Metropolis. Your solos, back in the day, very easy. Your iconic battles, contracts, survival mode, hideouts. These are all like little low level stuff. Then your R&D, when you do your research plans, your research 50 plans. When I say research plans, or when they say research plans, pretty much means you just grab plans, which I think they should have updated that one too, because since they got the 20,000 of the gathering feats that's outside of Metropolis and PD for the exobytes, I think they should have updated this too, because they're still giving us plans per each content, and that would have helped out with, you know, more feat hunters like myself and other veteran players. But you pretty much just grab a plan, collect it. Nothing specific, any plan, 50, 100, 150, those are easy feats. Parts, this is when you're doing the gathering like I mentioned before. If you get up to 10, 25, it's no big deal. When you have nothing to type of day, and you're just bullshitting around, map you out a spot, or if you have it, because you're pretty much low level, they're going to give it to you when you come in. You have a scanner, and remember the same area that you went to, because that's, you're mapping out the area for you for your gathering feat. So when you got no shit day, go in there, no life it, take your time, get it, get the feat, go into something else. Assembling, same thing. This is when you're creating. So if you create 10 items, doesn't matter. That's a feat. 100, 500, or you make an enhanced colas. These are certain things I was mentioning earlier. You have certain colas, certain enhanced colas. These are all feats. Create 5,000, making copies. These are all feats. It's real easy to make these. Again, take your time with it. But if you just need a quick, easy feat, these are the stuff right here that you're missing. Same thing with your styles. Run down your list. Now your styles, and I'm going all the way down because these are all the old ones. Still scrolling, still scrolling, still scrolling. And it's pretty much how you can keep track of this one too if you're trying to prioritize. Once you scroll, the furthest you go and you get to the green, most of these right here, like the enhanced, if you have the cash for it, and they're not popping up, they're not spawning for you when you're in your solos, duos, whatever the content for this, you pretty much can buy all these feats right here. It's pretty much obtainable in the broker if you have it, okay? Or if your league mate has it and it's not expensive and they just want to give it away, they can hand it to you, or it might be in the league bank, okay? So these are things that you need to look out for. Alright, so themes. It's also your for the aura styles. If you got the money, scroll down. You can check in the broker. You can go farm for it. If you don't know where to go, you can Google it. So if you go here and say, "Oh man, I don't know where to get the formal set," just Google it. DCUO, just the name of the feat, shaken, not stirred, or just Google the style, one or the other, and it'll pop up. And they give you a list of what they look like, and it will give you a location where to find it at. Okay? So all your styles are very listable if you just Google it. DC Universe, whatever the name is, it'll help you out. Or you can use that, and it shows the imaging, or just all the description, or just go to the video, YouTube. Somebody already got it out there for you. Same thing here with the styles. Now we're gonna go on a little. Now we're getting a little bit difficult because we're talking about the style. So we're gonna bring it down just a little bit more of how to find certain things. Same thing here. This is PvP. PvP is pretty much almost, well, I'm gonna say 99.9% dead. But if you queue up with a bunch of players, if you just play, and that was like number 2 of a lesson learned for me when a friend of mine gave me, like, 5 mil. Hey, body styles, go to the PvP vendors all in Gotham Metropolis, go to the war room, get all those styles there. That's another feat. Also, everybody just yell at me because I never went into PvP for like a year of playing. And everybody's like, "Hey man, all your feats is in PvP, all your feats in PvP." No, I never wanted to go in PvP. Now I went, and I just got feats from nowhere, feats from nowhere, feats from nowhere, and they just kept popping up.
Thanks for the backup.
Alright, so out of PvP, we're going to go into duos. Same thing again, these are low-level stuff. Complete all hero duels modes in Classic. Duo modes 2v2 players. These are all easy feats. Ambush bug. It look like a little green little man with tights on, little antennas. He literally look like an ambush. He's hiding all over the place. If you don't know that feat, Google it. It will show you in few of the raids. He's hiding on certain spots. You have to go to him and spot him. That counts towards your feat. Okay? All the duos you run, very easy. Just run your duos, you get the feats. I also think they should have raised that one up a little bit also with the counts, since we got 20,000 of the gatherings. Your hideouts. Defeat a Kilo and a judge's power raises rank. Like, easy, this is simple stuff. Really simple stuff. Get really quick. The Speed Force. This is all the old contents. Duo in 11 minutes. Duo in 10 minutes. Hall of Duo in 11 minutes. 10 minutes. 11 minutes. 8 minutes. Earlier back in the day, it took about that much time just to barely get it out the way to beat it. But with the tier that we are now, the higher tier, the higher skill points, the artifacts that we are now, and if you are low level, or if you just don't have the experience but you have that high gear, you can easily just mow all this down. all these easy feats. Look at this. So quick feats. Back to alerts. Complete 10 alerts or 4 operations. Complete 50. So on and so on and so on. That's really simple and easy. The 500, the higher you get up to 50, it takes time. Complete all alerts in Hero Classic games. Bam. Your normal. Your Area 51, 20 minutes. You can do that in 5. 20 minutes. Do that in 5. These 20 minutes feats, you can do that in 5 minutes. Very simple, very easy. Same thing here. The hard ones, not even hard anymore. There's feats where you have to beat it without even dying. Hard knock feats. Or there's feats in solos and duos. Or alerts where you're not supposed to pop a cola, or where you're not supposed to pop a supercharge when you're beating the boss. That's automatically 2-star or 3-star feat, you know. Or the regular raids, just run them. Just run them. That's it. And back to season, like I explained before, you're fine. And then you have your episodes. These are all the DLCs that we've been currently running through. And right now, currently, this is the top dog. Alright? Look at that. Got a skill point. But again, it comes back down to, what I say again, it comes back down to prioritizing. If you're not 100% sure and you don't have the feat, and you're about to get queued in for something, or if you get added to a group to get queued in for a duo, alert, or a raid, whether it's elite or events, ask people before you get in, like, hey, I need this feat, I need help with this feat, or check your D's list to make sure you have this feat so you go in there. Okay? So, I appreciate you, and you have a good one.